Well, the race for 2012 is taking some surprising turns, could put Texas back in the spotlight. The state gaining special attention for creating more jobs over the last 2 years than all others combined. With one longtime senator stepping down, signs the current governor may be eyeing the White House. Even the speculation is bigger than Texas. I'm joined now by retiring Senator Kay Bailey Hutchinson. She's also the senior Republican on the Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee. Senator, thank you for joining me. So let me get the Rick Perry stuff out of the way first. Governor Perry, somebody you challenged. I'm not going to say there's a lot of political, there was a lot of political dynamics between the two of you. So let me just ask you this. If he runs for president, is he going to be formidable? And is he somebody that you could support?
Well, he certainly will be formidable. He has a very good political team, I will say that. I know that firsthand. And, you know, I think we just have to see how things play out. I've talked to other candidates that I like very much. I think we have some strong candidates in the field, and I like the experience of different ones. So I think you just have to kind of see how things go. I haven't made a decision, but I think we're pretty far down the road.
Is he ready to be president?
You know, I think Texas has a great business climate, and that is going to be good for anyone who runs from Texas. We have a right to state. We don't have a state income tax. We have good tort law, and that is several governors passed, as well as Governor Perry. I think that the strong business climate is what has put Texas in the forefront, and I think that's going to be a good base for anyone.
But let me ask you this about the Texas economy story in this respect. It gets a lot of help from the federal government. There are a lot of military institutions in the state of Texas, installations, excuse me, in the state of Texas. So, you know, and I know that he has made a big deal about saying he doesn't need the federal government for this or that, but what would the Texas economic climate be without all of that defense spending?
We have a lot of defense installations and also defense industrial complex. That has been very important. And we had to fight very hard to get our Texas education money because there was so much posturing about not needing the federal government. But in fact, I have tried very hard to make sure we get our fair share like any other state, that we don't get shortchanged. And that's been going against a headwind lately. So I think that we have to, I think, be clear that we are part of the United States of America, and we shouldn't be shortchanged. And we have a lot of federal spending in our state, and I'm pleased that we've been able to get our fair share because of the efforts of many in our congressional delegation.
You know, let me ask you about what you just said, and I feel like that you're a retiring senator, maybe you're more comfortable talking about this, but some of the rhetoric inside the Republican Party you just brought up, we're very much part of the United States. It's a not so subtle reminder that Rick Perry joked about seceding from the United States at one point during about a year ago. Is this talk gotten out of hand, has sort of made your job that much harder trying to win federal money behind the scenes for Texas?
Well, I see a bias in this administration against Texas. You see it in not giving us the help. Yes, I do see it in this administration, absolutely. And we didn't get the help on the wildfires that I think any other state would have gotten. We had to fight hard for our education money.
Wait a minute. You really believe, let me stop you there on the wildfires. You really believe the administration didn't give you extra help simply over politics? That's a strong charge.
Well, I think if you look at the things that have not happened in Texas, I think it's pretty clear that there is a bias against Texas. And even in the border issues, we're not getting the help that we should have from the federal government to secure the 1,200-mile border that we have with Mexico. And so I do think that a lot of the rhetoric has rubbed the administration wrong, and we've had to fight hard for our fair share.
Senator, one other thing coming up on the budget and debt ceiling conversations that are happening. Do you think there's going to be, you've seen a lot of these deals come to the very end. Do you think there's going to be a deal that is a giant deal, everything is done, 3-to-1 spending cuts, this or that, or that it's a sort of a 6-month deal where they say, you know what, we're going to cut some more spending here to get a raise in the debt ceiling for, say, 9 months?
Well, it's a good question, Chuck. I think people are looking at the big deal. I think that the vice president and the people that we've appointed on the congressional side are really deep into trying to make a big deal. I'm working on Social Security being included in that because I think we can do the 75-year fix on Social Security. Should be part of the debt ceiling issue. And then I think that the Gang of Five was 6. Now it's, I think, a bigger number, is also very seriously looking at big deal cuts. So I'm hopeful. Maybe that's hope springs eternal, but I'm hopeful that we're going to have a big deal because I think the people of our country want to see this, and I think our creditors want to see it.
Are you part of? You just said that the Gang of Five may be getting bigger. Are you ready to join the group?
Well, I'm certainly interested in what they're doing, and I think they are expanding the group. They're being more open now, which I think they should be.
All right, Senator Kay Bailey Hutchinson, who is retiring, senior senator there from Texas.
Thank you.
Senator, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thanks, Chuck.
All right, up next, another controversial immigration law, this one in Alabama. It goes further than anything we saw in Arizona. How will Washington react as more red states continue to take the immigration issue into their own political hands? But first, today's trivia question. It's the flip side of yesterday's question. Which U.S. state has gone the longest without electing a Democrat as governor? Once again today, bonus points if you know the year the state last elected a Democrat. Tweet me at Chuck Todd or at Daily Rundown. The first correct answer will get a Forward Friday. And you know what? If you don't get the extra credit, the first extra credit person will also get a follow.